All right, now we're going to do the same thing, but this time with object 2. And this is object 2. You can see it sounds like it's made of metal. It's gold, it's definitely shiny, and it is also smooth. So we need to record our description. Gold. It's not actually made of gold, by the way. It is shiny, and it is smooth. Okay, and then the first thing we need to do is weigh it. We still have our weight from last time, so we need to reset that by moving all of our things back, all of our weights back. Okay, I also needed to wipe the water off the top since I spilled some last time. Okay, so we take our second object, we place it on the scale, and now we need to balance our 0. So first we start with hundreds. Not heavy enough. 200s, too heavy. So I'm going to move back to 100. And then I'm going to go to my 10s. 10, not heavy enough. 20, not heavy enough. 30, not heavy enough. And then if you look, 40 was too heavy. Okay, so we're going to move back to 30. And now we're going to do our 1s. Moving just a little bit at a time. Okay, now we're going to watch our 0. A little bit more. Little bit more. All right, so now we've got it balanced, and we need to look at our numbers. So we have 100, 30, 7, and then each small line is a point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the mass of object 2 is 137.5. And that goes in your box. So 100, much heavier than our first one, and 37.5. Now we need to find the volume of our second object. If you look, it's about the same size as object 1, so we would expect having the same volume. But we want to double check and make sure. So we go to our graduated cylinder, and we want to pour to 100 milliliters. A little bit more. Perfect. All right, so we're right at 100, and again, we don't want to plop this in. We want to put it in gently, and I'm going to have trouble because I only have one hand. Okay, so you want to lean it a little bit. You would be holding this with one hand, and someone else would be leaning it for you. And you want to take your object up to the top, and if you can, slowly plop it in. Okay, so there is our object. We want to get our new reading, so we get down at eye level. Okay, this is 100, 10, 12, 14, looks like about 15. So the last one was 16, this one is at 115. So remember, we go down to data chart 2. We do our final volume, that's the one that we just got, 115. Our initial volume was 100. And we're going to subtract. So 115 minus 100 equals 15 milliliters. Remember, this answer goes back up to the top box under object volume. So we've got 15 milliliters. So if we want to find our density, we do our mass divided by our volume. So that would be 137.5 divided by 15. Make sure you put that in your calculator and then write down your answer. You can go to 2 decimal places, so 2 numbers after the period. Okay, and that's object 2.